Okay, let me see if my microphone works again for the millionth time. Yeah, it works. So hey guys, so welcome back to another live stream video, again, whatever you want to call it, to Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. We came back to this game because why the fuck not, because it's an enjoyable game and it has been one of the best games from 2 years ago when the Ultra Deluxe got released. Anyway, without further ado and without further talking a lot, let's get back into Stanley Parable. A story of a man called Stanley. If the loading says to...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yeah, I already did the intro narrator. Yeah, what the
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
we're gonna continue the ending from
missed a memo. No matter
from the
how
last
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
from the last video, or I don't know if there's another option, but yeah. I think I'm just gonna go back to the control room and press the on button now.
When Stanley came to a set of
two open doors,
he entered the door on his left.
Okay, excuse me about that. Oh, and no, this is not the broom room.
Yet there was not a single
okay,
person
excuse me
here
about that.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to it. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
what
his
happens if I keep
boss's
going
office.
into the broom room? So things you wait for 5.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Okay, now are you done? Because I want to speedrun through this. I sort of wonder, like, is this all like a simulation or something? Like, is this even real? Like, it kind of reminds me of Portal. I don't know why. Oh, so this time it's a loading. Because last time I don't think it was a loading then. It faded to black but then resumed.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt
might
more
come
free
back
to think
here
for
again
himself,
after
to
this
question the
ending
nature of his
to
job. Why did he feel this
do it like
now,
that,
when for
or the
years
sign
it had
says
never
escape.
occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Like this room
walked straight ahead
that
through the
says
large door
escape.
that read Mind
I don't want to
Control
go there
Facility.
yet. If I remember correctly, we did the bottom ending here.
The lights rose
So
on
just
an
speedrun
enormous
through
room
this,
packed with
go to the
television
mind control
screens.
room and press the
What
on button.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No, we did not. We're going to press the on button and launch a nuclear warhead.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
Wait, I wonder if you can
co-workers.
see the
The
camera
lives
there.
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What even is freedom?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Wait, there's
Had
a
Stanley
way
really
up
been under
there.
someone's control all this time?
Okay, so
Was
I
this
got
the
like a
only
few
reason he was
ending
happy with
ideas
his
that I'm gonna
boring
do.
job? That his emotions had
Like
been
the one with that
manipulated to accept it blindly?
escalator thingy with the storage house.
No. He refused
with
to
that
believe
door.
it. He couldn't
We got
accept it. His own
this
life
ending, the
in
escape
someone
ending.
else's control.
The other
Never.
one where you go back
It was
maybe
unthinkable.
to that other
Wasn't
place,
Was
that
it
there's an
even
elevator,
possible?
if you go to the
Had he
right.
truly spent his entire life utterly
I don't know what
blind
those,
to the
like
world?
there are too many endings to even remember.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Oh, it's
labeled
facility
with
problem.
emotions.
Ah, well, it's the
Happy
same thing.
or sad or content.
Boy.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided
pressed
that this
the on
machinery
button.
would... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Until...
My goodness, only
I'm
34
fucked.
seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
I want to blow up.
Grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
I'll see.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Not if I destroyed myself.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
Nah, I'm good.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me,
Nah,
I
you
will
can
be
blow it
laughing
up,
at
I
every
don't
second of
care.
your inevitable life
4,
from the moment
3,
we fade in until the moment I say
1.
happily ever after.
Heal. Damn. That shit was bright. It didn't even warn me that it's a flashbang. Fucking hell, like. Anyway, what thing should I do?
All of his co-workers were gone.
I'm gonna do
What
the
could it
same.
mean?
I'm gonna
Stanley
go back
decided
there
to go
and
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
you know. New content, you say?
New content?
Yeah, it seems
what
so.
does that mean? New
I don't know.
content.
I don't know, we're about to see. Where are we even going, narrator? You know this place well than I do. Are we going to Detroit? I didn't even pack up my guns. So where are we? Hello?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yeah.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I remember.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await you. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Not only you, buddy.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Who knows? Let's see. But in the meantime...
Is it broken?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why isn't it going down?
Should we be moving somewhere? Or
yeah, I don't know.
Here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
Okay,
Stanley.
I was gonna try and see if, like, I'm a big fan of Cry of Fear, and wanted to see if something.
All right, let's see.
And I tried to remember.
The jump circle?
My man just... he's finally using his legs. Is that it?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
That's it. And now I cannot jump. I'm pressing next and I can jump.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Yeah, you tell me.
Elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
How do you tell me?
Content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yeah. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see.
Maybe don't get your hopes up, narrator. Oh.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Kidding me? You see, Stanley?
Yeah, I can see that.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason.
They just added the jump button, and that's it.
Don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
I don't
I'm
know.
infuriated and I'm offended, and I
I
intend
mean,
to
you're not
find
only
these people
one.
on Twitter and hold them
Twitter?
personally accountable.
Mate, Twitter
It's
is
my
dead.
fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
It could
yeah.
never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No
You mind?
frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay. I thought I had to go back and start from the back. Straight to the back. Oh well, I guess I can. Huh.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I mean, okay. I don't remember this. Where even are you taking me, narrator? Are we going to Brazil this time? Not Detroit? Because I really wanted to visit Detroit. Man, can't have shit in Detroit now. I mean, that's...
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yeah,
Well,
it
got
happened
me
a few
thinking
minutes
about
ago.
the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
yeah.
I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where
Nice.
I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak
Memory
experiences
Zone.
of my life whenever I want. Experiences
2013,
like the launch of the
when
Stanley
Stanley
Parable
Parable
on
was
PC.
released.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind
The
you
old
of how
Steam.
wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was
Fucking hell.
sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Good times. True. Stanley Parable demonstration. I mean, yeah, I remember back then when I first watched Stanley Parable, like, I think it was 2014, 2015, when I first discovered Stanley Parable. Man, I mean, I barely knew English back then. I'm kind of surprised how I just learned English just by watching videos. And translate them too, somehow. I still don't know how. And yeah, here we are, with Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Like, back then it was just the best game, like in 2013.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Until then, give me a
James
second.
Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay, I'm good now. Sorry about that. I had to do something for a few minutes. 2 ways. Memory zone maintenance. Wait. I don't know what those are. Excuse me. What's here?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
Yeah.
All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
You know, it's a good thing that they brought it to PlayStation, though. Where am I supposed to go? The series. Oh, the series room. Okay, what? Do I go?
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Well.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh,
Wait,
me too.
hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
Oh,
I haven't
Steam.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
Let me just,
the narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
sorry.
with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What does he mean unfunny? It's like...
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No.
You can tell me if I'm preachy, honestly, you can.
No, you're not, mate.
This is
I
actually
have to
quite
stop
shocking
saying
for
that,
me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Bro, you're not peachy.
Like a failure.
No,
Like
you're
I
not.
let these people down.
No, you
Perhaps
didn't.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Bro, it's a good
What's
game.
this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Fuck off.
Well,
What?
well, yes. Yes, I think we can
No,
do that.
no,
if I'm
narrator.
Too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
No,
What
narrator,
if it means
don't.
we can strike these negative reviews from the record? Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
I'm
That's
wrong,
my
Barry,
motto,
too.
eh? And it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes,
No.
a skip button we shall have.
God damn it, narrator.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll
No.
pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's
No.
what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No,
No.
more listening to me rambling on and on.
No, I'm
and
not
on.
gonna press it. Fuck
the
you.
Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I think it's going the same.
We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
True.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been? Making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works.
Why doesn't he say
Perhaps
Steam?
that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs pressurized gas will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think
No,
that's
just
quite
don't listen
likely.
to some
Or
reviews,
perhaps
because
they'll
some
simply
people are
grant this
assholes.
particular user the ability to change their review so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with pressurized gas altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Guess I'm supposed to skip now.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone.
Wait,
it's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley.
Why?
There's
How?
no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control.
I mean, the only option is begin the game again.
In this room, Stanley, I can't touch it, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
But I'm
I've
being
been
forced.
thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those
Try to make a
reviews.
door
Those
or
reviews that I
a
couldn't
hole
get out of my
for me to
head. I just
escape.
couldn't ignore
And
the
don't listen to the
negative feedback.
feedbacks.
Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never
I
even
don't
met
know.
Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are.
Why did you listen to
Really
it?
matter, but here I am. I'm
Yeah.
fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about
Oh, just
me.
don't
The
even
merest
think about it
mention
and
of
don't
one of
even
my
read them.
imperfections, and I become as impetulant
If
as
they
a child.
don't
wild
like the
and
game,
impulsive.
then
I can't help
don't
myself.
play it.
I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room.
I mean,
waiting for you
it's
to
not
press this button.
me or you
Become
that is
frozen in
satisfied with
time,
this.
knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you, just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback.
Yeah, I think
Why
now
was it
it's
so important for me to fix the problem? Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting
Jesus.
here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to...
Narrator? Oh no. Just because of a one fucking review.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic...
Yeah, it's Getting worse. This is not the content that I was expecting.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
yeah, I think he's dead. Jesus. Just because of one review. Some light though. Where even are we? Where's the narrator? Huh. Well, it seems that now it's gone. Yeah, no. Oh, hell no. Get me the fuck out of here. Wait. Where are we? Am I supposed to go somewhere? Fucking hell. At least we're finally freed from that fucking box. What now? I mean, we're free, but at what cost? I don't like this ending. I really don't. I really don't like it. What now? Guess we start over. Here we go again. Another loop.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Mr.
memo.
Received input. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Well, you better do. Because I haven't seen you for 10,000 years. Like, what's the lore of Stanley Parable? Like, is all of this even real? What if, all along, the narrator is us, Stanley? Just saying. It might be a stupid theory,
Stanley,
I know, but
I've been
still.
reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Yeah, I know.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. Stanley
Yes,
Parable
you see,
2.
Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yeah, no, this one seems like more fitting. Yeah, I just remembered something. I think Germa, while he was doing a live stream on this game, the creators of Stanley Parable were updating like the website with him, putting a spider on his head.
Will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
A lot of twos.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Let's go.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Oh.
Isn't that wonderful?
Should I?
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play
I got
Jim
scammed.
to really simulate the full experience.
I guess my real
of this
name is
feature.
Jim.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to... Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
Okay,
Otherwise, it's
sorry.
just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Sorry.
Okay, we're doing it again.
Yeah,
and this time, let me finish first.
Okay, sorry.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here.
What?
I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
You're saying that this worked hard.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name, the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
No!
Jim.
No!
Jim.
No! 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 They stole my Jim! You son of a bitch! Am I not allowed to say that? Ah well. It is what it is. But still, fuck you, narrator. You stole away my button. The only source of entertainment.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Reassurance bucket. Setting world champion. Huh. Oh, it's not even open. Anyway, infinite hole, free trophy. Okay. No, hey, that's me. Free trophy. Pull the lever, receive your trophy, no more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers,
gonna find your ass and shank
it. I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know what's there. I'm gonna look there next. Right now I'm gonna go to wherever the fuck where I'm going. Oh, the infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
I mean, there might be a few games where it does that.
End of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, it's wonderful. One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then,
I mean, if there is fall damage,
infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I don't think I will. I think I might sit here for a few minutes.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
No.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Nah. Wait, how far? Oh, I am far down.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
What do you mean?
Is it a very, very deep hole?
Yeah, I can see that.
It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
I don't know, say that the guy that created the infinite hole in Gravity Falls, episode 1, episode 2. What was that, episode 3 from season 1?
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
No, I don't think I will go back. New mug. That's the new content right there. The new mug. Fuck the other fuck the update, that's the new meeting at 2 p.m. By the way, why are there cigarette butts here? Somebody's been here before. How many cigarettes did they smoke? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64 cigarettes? Or am I wrong? Because I'm cutting the white ones that are like this. I don't know.
Great. Now, I'm very excited. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
What do you mean it's me?
The problem is that you like holes too much.
What do you mean by that?
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
It was like a 30-second fall.
I didn't make an infinite hole. I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's going steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep,
Yeah.
even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something.
Try
Let's
what?
pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is. The shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Look,
You just
it's not
do
about the
whatever it is
size.
you're here to do and hit the
It's about what you can do
when
with
you're
it.
ready to move on.
Wait.
Is the teleport button not working?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation.
But what
Still
do you-
nothing? Well, I suppose there's
It's
one
not
thing you can do
working.
to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye,
What?
Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
What?
It's a win for everyone.
What do you mean it's a
get
win
to be
for
with the
everyone?
hole, I get to do literally anything else.
What? Get me the
Take
fuck
care,
out of
Stanley.
here. No,
I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
get the fuck back here, you son of a bitch. Now what am I supposed to do? What's that? Why is this raising up? It's slowly going up. Narrator? Narrator? What's with the music? Why is it getting dark? Hello? What? Oh hey, there I am. Wait. Hold up. I'm blue da boo da boo da. Purple gay. What? 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 Okay, this one looks kinda good. Okay, I changed my mind.
Stanley?
What?
Stanley?
What?
Stanley!
What?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how
New
about if I just
content.
pop in from
New
time to time
mug.
and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused
What?
on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Can I just get out of here? Why? Oh.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
You heard Jim in the game. I wonder if he took away the button again. Motherfucker. Where to next? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff here. Maybe the reassurance bucket. No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloon. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh. Step knees.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step niece, it
What?
is.
Man, fuck you. Huh.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
No, tell me the other option. Fuck you. Okay, the reassurance bucket then.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Bucket!
It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes.
I don't know why I make it like an old man voice.
Solution. Come on, give it a try.
Bucket! I stole the bucket. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of
Get
crushing
the fuck out of here. I stole the
despair,
bucket.
must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, thank you,
The
yes.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Where else can we go?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
I don't
That
know.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
Collectibles. Wait, what else is there? So...
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just
Jump
so much
circle,
catchier
yes,
than
this
Ultra
map,
Deluxe,
yes.
don't you think? Ultra Deluxe.
Free trophy,
What does it
yeah.
even
The button that
mean?
says the name,
But the
yeah. Merch,
Stanley
man.
Parable
Send
2.
war champion
Now
is
that's an
locked.
artistic statement.
The reassurance
right there.
bucket,
It's
office decoration,
future-oriented.
yeah.
It
Epilogue, yeah.
screams
Collectibles,
progress
and
and
even more.
innovation and
So the only place
long-term
that I haven't
franchising
played in is the
potential.
collectibles. Can you find them all?
Ah,
Maybe.
collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2,
The Holy
you'll
Bucket
run around gathering up these
gave
miniature
us
Stanley
light.
figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
What?
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
One out of... Oh, 6. Wait. Fuck, it's blocked.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
Oh, well, I guess I've seen everything.
Tragic.
I stole the bucket though.
Alright, have you seen everything you wanted to?
One of my
Ready to
friends
move on now?
is watching this and sees the bucket. You know what I'm talking about. I stole my bucket back.
So Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Go
I'll
on.
arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
What? Huh?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few
is
of
that
my new
me?
features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for
Yeah,
the
that's
vision
me.
and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2.
2.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Look at what? The end is never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end is loading. Never. Yeah. Oh, wait. It's changed. The Stanley... What? Huh? Wait. What? Whoa. Wait, simplify. Man. Huh. I don't know why it's changed. Is it gonna play the same intro?
This is the
Just
story
of a man
Stanley.
staring.
Stanley worked for a company.
Oh yeah,
in a
it is
building
changed.
Where he was employee
Number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
He sat at
Stand
his
at the desk in room 427
and
and
he
push
pushed
buttons on a keyboard.
Orders came to him through a
Monitor on his
desk,
desk.
telling
You
him what buttons to
push.
how long to
You
push
push them
and
in what word order.
This is what employee
Employee number
427 did
247
every day,
of
every
month of every year.
And although others might have considered it
Soul
soul-destroying,
destroying.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made
Exactly for this job.
And
Stanley was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that
Oh,
would
yeah,
forever
it is
change
changed.
Stanley.
The
Something he would
Stanley
never
Parable
quite forget.
2.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't wanna? Okay, I will.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Huh.
Felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Okay,
Stanley picked
fine.
up the bucket.
Bucket. Okay, I'm just gonna do what I was gonna say,
Stanley
do the
clutched
escape
the
ending,
bucket
or
tightly to his chest
go back to
and entered the door
there.
on his left.
Wait, I wonder what happens if I end up the bucket with
Still no
broom
one was
closet
here.
with.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
What?
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Might check that out later. Oh.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Still no glass. Wait, I wonder. Oh, now there is.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands?
Mini Stanley.
Oh, what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I don't like that name. Anyway, back to the ending that I was gonna do. So 2844.
Manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes, it was the bucket.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Now get me down. We are going to blow up... Oh, no, okay, not that. To escape.
The elevator raced downward. An unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go there. I can do mind
Stanley and the bucket
control.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
That sounds fun to me. Let's do
The
it.
door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Good for me. Me and you, Bucket. Let's go. Let's go, Bucket. Me and you, brother. So, wait. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Huh?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What the fuck are you?
In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Huh?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious
where's my bucket?
to behold.
Where's my... the bucket? Welcome you to the grand exhibition. You're staying in precipice of knowledge, much like a bucket itself. The human mind is frequently empty within, a continuous void. But through use of exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriches and substantiate. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in the exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of the exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? So where the fuck am I?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
I don't know. The narrator told me to get it.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Wait. Huh?
But there is something we can do.
What?
Something we can do together, you and I,
What?
that will
What?
right this terrible wrong.
Then tell me.
Let Stanley die. Let him
What?
be crushed by the machine. Don't
What?
reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oh. I'm dead. Okay, give me a second though. Sorry about the noise. Oh, it just starts again. Well, yeah, I think I might do like the other. Sorry about that noise again. I might do the other ending alone because
All of his co-workers were gone.
I don't want a bucket
What could it
to
be?
interrupt me
Stanley
again.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Fuck you,
Perhaps he had
bucket.
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open
Yeah, he
doors,
went
this was
right.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and
It was.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No,
Perhaps
he
wanted to
knew
stop
where
by
he
the
was
employee
going.
lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly
Excuse
a
me.
room worth admiring. But eager
So
to
I
get
might
back
do
to
this
business,
one
Stanley took the
next.
first open
Not,
door on his
I
left.
don't know. Sorry, I was checking out my live stream. If
Stanley
it's
was
still
so
going.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look,
So,
Stanley, I think
I'm
perhaps
gonna
we've
go
gotten
there
off on the wrong
next.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You
I
are my
realize that
enemy,
investing your
narrator.
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story
Oh.
has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are
Yes.
you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove.
Oh, hey.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I don't know. Stand
Now listen
figurines,
carefully,
I'd
this
say.
is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley
Blue.
walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be
wait.
happy all this time?
I think the blue
The
door was
problem is all
behind
these
me.
choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What is the soluzione, my dear friend?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Money.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Okay, we're done.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I want to
Oh,
find
no.
the next.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Good with me.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't
No.
take this from me. Please, Stanley. Oh, no. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are
Good
you
for
doing
me.
this?
Wee.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
It's not about
You'll throw
that.
yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
No.
You're literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I
No.
reading the situation correctly?
No, I'm doing this for an ending.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Well,
I don't know
I'm
anymore.
slower.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
I'm just doing this for an
Looks like
ending. You
wanted to
won't
make
get
a
it.
choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Sorry, narrator, but it has to be like this.
Is it over? It's
Yes.
going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
It had to be done, Raider. It had to be done. Nothing truly lasts forever. I mean, happy moments. Wait, give me a second. Sorry about that, I have to do something again for a few minutes. Huh?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
No.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Huh? What the fuck does that mean? Oh. 3 more. I don't know what those are for. Okay,
When Stanley
now
came
again
to a set
here.
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
And
perfectly
through
well.
the
Perhaps
first
he
door.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope, sorry. I'm going to do this one.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
So where through?
Here it's, left.
Right. Oh.
Oh, no, it's to the
Oh.
right, my mistake.
Oh, okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
I don't know.
What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh. This way, you say? Oh.
No.
So that's how you get
This
here.
isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Oh.
Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And
What?
this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
We are on top. So wait, does that count as an ending?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Wait, where are the
What could it
balloons?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Where's
simply
the
missed a memo.
bucket?
When Stanley... Wait. What? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere, or...
No, I didn't do shit.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh. Now we're speaking. I mean, I don't even have an idea where I'm going. Maybe this is the story. No. I just went back on myself. Maybe here is the story. I guess.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Yeah.
Do we need to restart the game again?
Maybe.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay. The end is never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end. Here we go again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No, nothing's changed. There are no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible
maybe.
the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. If you say so. Why is that door black?
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Uh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Yeah.
Is this the story?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
But
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
maybe.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Oh.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting this. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Yeah, agree. Be something better this time.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable 2 adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Where is the line? Things going this way.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Yeah. Guess we gotta follow the line. Where are we taking me, line? Ooh.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
Yeah.
Onward, Stanley,
maybe.
to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
Go on.
Wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there. Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Go on. I'm so gonna get copyrighted for singing this song. I don't know what I'm still singing, cause I think I heard the fucking line. Yeah, where even am I going? Following the line.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's a plant. Okay, I remembered it. Anyway, back to the adventure line. Now bring back
Wait,
the
what?
music.
We're back at the office? No,
Oh.
no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Let's see where it takes us again.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
It betrayed
after
us.
everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Uh-oh. Not another restart. Please. The line again.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. 3, 2, 7, maybe.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
I
What
mean,
do you
yeah.
want our story to be?
I don't
Go
know. Think,
wild.
think.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley. I'm
Decaying
ready
winter.
for it.
We're going to Decaying Winter.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No
Why does it have
lines
a
or monitor
trademark?
rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Why does it have a trademark? Huh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place
I'm
where
doing
we're
drifts.
trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with that counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes,
Yes.
then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Huh?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times?
Huh?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
After a long time, Stanley
My mind goes
dies.
blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Maybe.
The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even
Wait,
know?
is time accurate?
Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I don't know.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What? Oh. So what ending should I do next? Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Wait, I may have an idea. I need the bucket. Where's my bucket? I need my bucket. To get the bucket. To steal the bucket. To take it the bucket, to get the bucket.
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What? But what? Huh?
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Damn.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Oh.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Ooh, Stanley.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly
One more.
gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon,
Figler-
you'll collect
what?
the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Yeah, I don't know where to...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself from the bucket. His dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I fucked up. Fuck! Okay, back there we go. Excuse me.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Yeah, but we're gonna do that ending again.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No.
No.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left
So saw
to go
something
back to the
for a
meeting room.
second.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
No. We're going into a vent. Among Us. Where are we? Lots of tapes. Huh. So where are we?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, It's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. Still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there? Caporata.
Huh? What? What the fuck? What the fuck was that ending? And here we are again.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I
Wait,
sure that the orders stopped
wait.
coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely
I think the
was
computer up there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Because if these, like, if the input isn't here. Oh. How we can find them? We have synergized our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no. Yeah, who took those pictures? Red room 416. So I got the one in the toilet. Nearby a fireplace. Huh.
Coming to a staircase,
The only
Stanley
fireplace I
walked
can think
upstairs
of
to
is in
his
the
boss's
office. I think. No?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley
Oh.
pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh, there it is.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment,
Stiggly
Stanley.
Wiggly?
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
So I guess I can now restart and search for the other inputs. Fuck. Not there. Where might it be?
Stanley. Things. It's those figurines. Those. Since you nabbed every last one, wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
I mean, I don't.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Okay.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay. But are you sure you want to come back here and read the fucking reviews again? Because I swear to God. Or was this here before?
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
True.
We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
7 hour, what? Okay, now we're just breaking numbers. Einstein didn't invented numbers just so we can break them.
Was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Okay, I'm good now.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Under the stairs, I think.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
What? Oh.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figly in this pink room. Oh, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No, it wasn't here.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly.
Oh,
in fact,
you can
because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
How you found it? By the narrator. What's that back there? It's mini stand 5. You found it near the cargo lift. Thanks for watching. Okay, what is the fun boom and the like the green screen explosion?
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Where are we going now? I mean, what is this place? Oh.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here behind the boss's office. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Oh. Huh.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment.
Whoa.
Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
What? That's it?
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't
What?
there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying
Did you just
these figurines?
download?
Let's just go
Did you just
backwards.
download the
we'll
loading
do the
screen?
memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Huh?
Okay, yes, the back of the boss's office. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Yeah, whatever you say, narrator.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
What video? Oh, that one.
Yes, I love that video.
Now back to this room, which even I don't remember it.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
No. I don't think so.
These really were a
I
treat to
disagree.
look down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
So where are we going next? Maybe here? No, it seems that there's nothing. Oh well, back we go. To the toilets.
This was our second Figly. Don't you remember? Yes,
No.
I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep
I don't know.
going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
Huh. Wait. I think I broke him. Wait. The jump what? The jump space?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic movie, this one.
Sorry about that. And back to the office.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was
No.
there something that came before your office?
The
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
is it?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. The way I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it.
So
Perhaps
I
needed
was
to
right.
imagine I had companionship.
Maybe
And
the
Stanley
narrator
really
is
did make for a
Stanley.
wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back
Sure.
just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling this story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Are we going back to the memory lane again? But man, I'm glad that they brought the Stanley Parable to the PS Plus. No, it doesn't seem that we're back to the memory zone.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room.
The end is
and
never
from then
the
on,
end.
he would never be alone ever again.
What? Oh. Time to restart again. And see what the last one is. Where's the last one? There, but
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
oh, fuck. I mean, I was curious of what that room was. I know I'm going Russian, but fuck it. We're going Russian. Remember, no Russian. Last one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh noes. I just got flashbanged. What? What? Do I have to? What am I supposed to do? I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. Wait, let me see. So wait, Wait, I still have it there.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Wait, so... The bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Where are we going, bucket?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Uh-huh. No, I guess... Wait.
Stepping in...
Okay, now I really did broke the game.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
No, I didn't. Anyway, I think this is where I might end the stream because this has been going on for a while now. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours. Jesus. No, but I did spend a lot of time in like that skipping the narrator button. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one by tomorrow, but yeah, I'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.